What's up, y'all? This is your boy Lee Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast, where this episode is brought to you by Laidback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the language you can imagine, all the HBOs. Go on laidbacktv.com. It's on your screen as we speak, so you can download it on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, okay? That's the Apple Store and the Play Store. And give them a shout out on their official _ Laidback TV on Instagram, all right? Now let's get into motherfucking hip-hop talk. Woo! Here we go. Here we fucking go. This ain't long of an episode. This is just I think a rant. First of all, Charlamagne the God from The Breakfast Club. Shout out to The Breakfast Club. They're on Netflix. Go check them out. Charlamagne the God made a comment, right? Because he was this was referring to Mase. You guys don't know who the fuck Mase is, y'all better do your Googles, alright? We talking Mase. Albums like Harlem World, Double Up, Welcome Back. I bought all of them. That's right. Not only did I buy all of the albums, I can even tell you what's my favorite track on each. For his debut album, Harlem World, if I had to pick, that's like replay value. Damn, it's like a tie. Fuck it, I'm gonna give 24 Hours to Live, featuring The Lox, Black Rob, and DMX. May he rest in peace. Oh, and may Black Rob rest in peace as well. And the second album, Double Up. My favorite track on there is Fuck Me, Fuck You. Okay? And then the third album, Welcome Back, I will definitely say Harlem Lullaby is my favorite joint. You know what I mean? That sample like from Madonna and shit, that shit is dope. But with that being said, you know, he was one of the bad boy artists. You know what I'm saying? You could say he was Pretty Boy, Shiny Suit Man, Mase of Bad Boy Entertainment, Lyricist, whatever. Bad boy artists, you know, obviously Diddy and everything like that. You know, they had rap artists like the late great, the Notorious B.I.G., may he rest in peace. Black Rob, may he rest in peace. Loon, G Dep, the whole list goes on and on and on, right? As far as artists go, hip hop artists go. And Charlamagne the God that's said he wasn't a top 5 bad boy lyricist. Top 5 bad boy artist, but not a top 5 bad boy lyricist. I mean, shout out to DJ Envy. He actually disagreed, but you bugging, nigga. Respectfully, you're bugging. Top 5 lyricists? Nigga. I call Mase top. I mean, okay. Let me stop. Because they want to talk. His whole take was, you know, top 5 is Biggie, The Lox, which is Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheek Louch, and then Black Rob. Now, when you think about it, right? You know, look at The Lox. You know, take them out. You know what I mean? Because they're also solo artists as well, as far as a group. You know what I mean? D Block, the whole works, Rough Riders, all that. When Mase was in his prime, Jadakiss wasn't Jadakiss yet. Styles P wasn't Styles P yet. Sheek Louch wasn't Sheek Louch yet. Now, as far as skill set goes, writing, I think the top 3 bad boy lyricists are Biggie, Mase, Jadakiss. Who else is there? You know what I mean? When you think of Black Rob, you know, yeah, you think of, legendary song. Legendary. Timeless record. Still replay value. But we looking at, you know, I think that album's called Life Story. That's the only album Black Rob really got. I mean, he didn't put out another album until, 10, 15 years later? Mase, he gave you 2 years, 2 albums back to back before he retired. Lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to add after Fuck Me, Fuck You on the Double Up album, I'll add From Scratch. Shit, I mean, I forgot about Shine. Don't forget Shine. But I thought Black Rob was better than Shine, respectfully. Lyricist? What artist beat Mase? Mase been retired for God knows how many years, 15, 20 years. Cameron. I got to bring up Cameron because they got the show over there. It Is What It Is. Go check that out. That's a dope-ass show. Also, the solo show with Cameron, Talk with Flea. He's a fire interviews, everything. Knowledge. They asked Cameron, what track that dissed Cam, that you thought like, damn, I can't come up with nothing, I can't get him back, all of that shit. Cameron, from his own mouth, literally said, The Oracle by Mase. Now, if you didn't check out The Oracle by Mase, go check it out. I mean, I got it from iTunes before they took it off, but go check it out. You would hear exactly why he could take out any motherfucker who's still relevant to this day. He's willing to go dark with it. If you don't know who Mase is, then you don't know who Murder Mase is. So, I gotta respectfully disagree with Charlamagne. Charlamagne, respect your opinion, but top 5 artists, I give him that. Yeah. Top 5? 100%. Debut album, 3 million. You know what I mean? His own lyrics. Yeah. Top 5. I mean, if I had to pinpoint all the top 5 bad boy artists, Biggie's in there, obviously. Mase is in there. Gotta put Puff. You know what I mean? Why not? Damn. It's kind of hard to put either Black Rob or Shine because both their debuts, they never outsold those. Those were their platinum debuts. I'll put Faith. Faith will be number 4. And if I had to put an honorably number 5, damn. Then it gets rough now. Oh, I put 112. Sorry, 112. How can you fucking forget 112? Yeah, so those are my top 5 bad boy artists of all time. That's Biggie, that's Faith, that's Mase, that's Puff, and that's 112. That's the starting 5. 100% for bad boy artists. Top 5 lyricists, and no particular order, okay? So no particular order, it's just who I'm saying out, off the top of my dome. Biggie, Mase, Jadakiss. I would definitely give it to Black Rob. Damn, that 5th spot is going to be either. Damn. That number 5 spot is. Damn, that's a rough one. I give it a tie between Loon and G-Dep. Sorry. Before we get out of here with hip hop talk, because I think we're done with that shit with Mase. You know what I'm saying? Gotta respect the career of Mase. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the responsibilities. Because 97 is arguably, not even arguably, it's unanimously. 97 was the year of Bad Boy. And I'm talking to everybody, who wanted to put out albums in 97. Like, you weren't beating them. LL had an album with Phenomenon. Jay-Z had In My Lifetime, Volume 1. None of that shit was beating Bad Boy. You had Biggie's Life After Death. You had Puff's No Way Out. And then you had Mace's Harlem World. That's it. The starting 3 was it. So that was the 3 Musketeer type Bad Boy situation. But speaking of Jadakiss, we're going to get out here with this subject. I saw this on a lot of different platforms, like My Expert Opinion with Matt Hoffa. Was one of them. They said, does Jadakiss have a classic album? And the crazy shit is, I got my boy who lives out in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, who put this out on Facebook. He doesn't think so. Like top lyricists of all time. Maybe in conversations of GOAT status or Mount Rushmore, whatever you want to call it. We definitely know he's one of the kings of verses. He's undefeated 2-0. He doesn't have a classic album. But if he doesn't have a classic album, does he even have a classic song? Because that's what you got to ask your question. You know what I mean? Like, he's been relevant. He's been relevant as in the group of the Locks since 1998, right? Not only he was 98 was their debut album, Money, Power, Respect. You know, the locks were on Life After Death on Biggie's album. But, you know, their debut album, Money, Power, Respect. Their fucking, their second album, which was their debut on Rough Riders, We Are the Streets. 2001, he gave us Kiss the Game Goodbye. 2004, he gave us Kiss of Death. 2009, he gave us The Last Kiss. Shit, I forgot what year this was. It could have been 2012, 2013. He gave us Top 5 Dead or Alive. In those particular 4 albums, right? I know he got a 5th album, but I didn't really like that one. I think I think he might have been going through something at the time. But out of all those albums, this is the particular order that I got them, right? I got Kiss the Game Goodbye number 1. I got Top 5 Dead or Alive number 2. I have Kiss of Death number 3, and then I have The Last Kiss at number 4. That's my particular order when it comes down to the first 4 albums of Jadakiss. And he does have a classic album. He does. I mean, you could pick one. His first 2 albums, Kiss the Game Goodbye or Kiss of Death. Look at the producers. Do you know how hard it was to get these producers back then? Do you know? If you didn't have special connections or money, your label and you as the artist are not getting these connections to these producers, right? Here's the producers on the first album. Obviously, Swiss Beats. Obviously. Timbaland. The Neptunes. Just look at those 3. Just look at those 3. You know what I mean? We had Knock Yourself Out. Really? DMX was on the album. Eve was on the album. Nate Dogg. You know how hard it was to get Nate Dogg on albums back then? Especially with New York artists. Nate Dogg's on the album. Styles P and Sheik Luch are on the album. Look at Kiss of Death. You know, Red Spider. Scott Storch. Kanye West. Eminem. That's just producers. Features? Nate Dogg again. Kanye as a feature. Eminem as a feature. Jadakiss and Eminem on the same track is fucking crazy. But it will be up to you. Do you consider his first or his second album? Shit, we forgotten that track, Why. The track that Why, featuring Anthony Hamilton, produced by Havoc. That was a Grammy-nominated joint. So does he have a classic album? Yes. In my opinion, I think Kiss the Game Goodbye is his debut. And personally, this is the reason why. I consider Kiss the Game Goodbye by Jadakiss better than Jay-Z's The Blueprint. Respectfully. Shouldn't be a question. Now, we talking classic song? To me, the most classic joint by Jadakiss. I can't give you my number 1, but I could give you my top 3, in my opinion. Okay? It will be Knock Yourself Out, produced by the Neptunes. That's one. Second track, Welcome to D Block, featuring Eminem, Sheik Luch, and Styles P. 4 guys on one track. And it was produced by Eminem as well. If I had to pick one more, I would say Kiss of Death, the self-titled track from his album Kiss of Death. Do your research before you literally disrespect legendary artists who were bad boy artists at a time. Mase and Jadakiss. These are legendary artists, legendary lyricists that will slaughter you on a fucking record or a freestyle. But that's all we got for Hip Hop Talk. This is your boy Eddie Jackson. So drop that podcast. Make sure you hit that sub, like, and comment. All right? Y'all have a great night, all right? Y'all be safe. Peace.